Daddy Logan was a black guy that had put out a bread line. Amen. Birds in heaven know I love Daddy Logan. Amen. But bread is an important part of the meal. Now, I know some of y'all don't eat much bread, but when I was growing up, Sister Love, you didn't get much meat.
That's right.
You filled up on the bread and the vegetables.
That's right.
We were so poor that we even ate the ends of the bread. Some people call them the heels.
Oh, yeah.
See, but youngsters nowadays don't have to eat it. They can eat the heart of it. But I remember one thing about bread. Hardly a meal went by that we didn't have bread.
Right.
Breakfast we might have had toast.
Right.
And we didn't put it in a toaster. They used to take it and put it in the oven. You know, underneath the burners, you see. And you had to watch it because if it stayed too long, it would burn. And they take it out and put some olive margarine. See, my wife's family grew up with butter. We had olive margarine. Now all y'all talk about you grew up with butter, you know you lying. Because in the neighborhood, a lot of the stores didn't even sell butter. They sold olive margarine. By the way, they later found out that it was bad for you. They also found out that the lard that Grandma used to fry chicken in was bad for you. Carolyn, the same lard, Sterling, no laugh, that they used to rub you down with when you look at. They said it was bad for you. But those were the days that we learned to work with what we had. We thank God for the days of oatmeal, skip meal, and no meal. Mama used to bake bread, and nowadays some folk don't even know what the first thing to do about making bread. But that's good. That goes to show you how blessed you are. See, because folks nowadays, the doctor said, are eating too much bacon. And some of you know we were so poor we didn't get bacon. We got strychnine and fatback. And they used to tell us the same lie they told in Cherry Hill about bacon was bad for you, fatback was good for you. And then the insult, the old people used to eat the meat off the fatback, right? And give you the skin. Tough as can be, said help your teeth. Now you can make fun of the fatback all you want, but you're still here today, aren't you? And that hog that everybody used to hate has become one of the most popular meats around. Bacon this and bacon that, bacon bologna, bacon ham, bacon this and bacon that. But I thank God we had the original bacon. It didn't come from a turkey. It came from a hog. The Bible speaks of, and by the way, for those of you who have not studied biblical history, the book of Ecclesiastes was, if you will, a teaching guide for how you should grow up. And this 11th chapter and the first verse of Arda, it's a lot of history in there that we need to think about. It says, cast thy bread upon the waters. Now, when it talks about bread, it's really talking about your life. Amen? Ezekiel said that bread was the food of life. Ezekiel 4:16, I think it is. Amen? And look, bread was important. My wife doesn't eat a meal unless there's the bread on the table. Now, some of y'all like that, I know. Even the doctor says, the doctor told you don't eat white bread, eat rye bread, wheat bread, pumpernickel. Yeah, but Sharon, some people say they don't want to eat no dark bread. I think that's an insult. They're the same folks don't like chocolate ice cream. Some of it's ignorant, but the darker breads are better for you, healthy. Now, we were glad to get any bread. Y'all don't quite understand what it meant to be poor. Now, I know when I got my Sunday dinner, if it was chicken wings, you got 2 wings.
That's right.
Y'all sat down nowadays and get, what, 8 wings for a meal? We had 2, and Cynthia, with those 2 wings, you were expected to eat 2 slices of bread to help fill you up. Now, y'all looking at me funny, but I don't know. I think our chicken tasted more natural in those days than some of this chicken y'all eat now. But Reverend Turner, you keep saying you know who buttered your bread. Well, you see, some of us, the first sandwich we had was not bologna.
That's right.
Huh? Some of us remember a butter sandwich, a sugar sandwich, a syrup sandwich, a ketchup sandwich. Huh? Banana. Well, Robert, y'all rich bananas. We couldn't even afford bananas. But wait a minute, it was a meal, was it not? Now that syrup sandwich tasted pretty good. I just didn't like it when they went to molasses. Molasses was a little too sweet and too strong. I had nothing about the color of it, but it was just a little too sweet. But bread by itself was okay. Huh? Remember when Jesus was tempted and the devil said, if you be the Son of God, turn these stones into bread? And what did Jesus tell him? Man does not live by what? Bread alone. So God has blessed us, has he not, over the years? Now, my wife, when she eats spare ribs, she still wants bread. I mean, Sterling, I grew up poor. When we got a spare rib, we didn't want nothing on it. In fact, that's why we didn't have a dog. There wasn't enough left for the dog. I'm serious. I'm serious. We were poor. P.O. Now, Reverend White in Mississippi, they say they're poor. P-O-O-R. But the O-R on the end means you may not be poor. But when you P.O., there was no doubt about it. No doubt whatsoever. Now, Reverend, you said, you know who butters your bread. Well, from the beginning, I was glad to have butter on the bread. But as God blessed me, Daddy, you know I like sweet stuff like candy and all. I one day got some jelly. Now, we used to have something called apple butter jelly. Kids nowadays, man, told me don't like no apple butter because it got all these others. But we had some good old apple butter. I think it was Mott's or White House apple butter jelly. And boy, we had apple butter sandwiches to take to school because we were too poor to buy. Yeah, look, I ain't knocking the bologna. But the apple butter was a step up from the butter, was it not? Sweetness. And then later on, Daddy, I went someplace and I tasted something. And Melanie, it was called marmalade. Marmalade. Well, I guess it was a lard and they eat. Amen. But marmalade, and that was really good. It cost a little bit more than butter, apple butter, but it was good. Well, Turner, what happened? I got to the point where I didn't want plain butter on my bread. Were it not for the fact that I'm lactose intolerant, I might have taken a love to mayonnaise, but I don't deal with mayonnaise. And my wife is a mayonnaise person. When there's a sandwich, you put mayonnaise on it. When she gets a submarine, a cheesesteak sub, she wants plenty of mayonnaise. I make the man put some mustard on my bread. I don't want no mayonnaise. But wait a minute, understand where I'm coming from. I was glad at first to get the bread.
That's right.
But then later, God blessed it a little more, so we got some butter. And I got some marmalade. And we got to the point where we had some that preserves. You know, preserves where you actually saw the fruit. See, the grape jelly, you just assumed that the grape had been there at one time or another. But in the preserves, you actually saw. Amen? And so that was another step up. And we were really blessed. But then when the God blessed us, I remember the heels of the bread became bread pudding. I told you we were poor, we couldn't even feed a dog, so we sure wasn't throwing them heels away. Bread pudding. Well, Turner, what's all this got to do? Well, I was happy with the bread. Now, what went on the bread decided upon the person who was preparing the meal. if they could afford butter, if they could afford the marmalade, if they could afford the preserve, then we got it. But when I looked at the book of Ecclesiastes, and the concordance and all said that the writer was talking about your life. When he said, cast thy life upon the waters, where the waters come in. We say that we're going through a sea of life. You heard that expression? So he says, take your life and put it out there that it may be a blessing to somebody else. Now don't forget the second verse. Also help somebody else. Because if you live long enough, you're going to need somebody to butter your bread. You're going to need somebody to be a blessing to. Don't be so selfish that you want everything for yourself. Worry not for the Lord on my side. Now you know about the children of Israel. When they came to the Red Sea. Slow down, boy, slow down. When they came to the Red Sea, they couldn't move till the Lord helped them. A lot of us didn't get anything on our bread till the Lord blessed us. If the truth be told, some of us had trouble in life getting that bread to put on the table. That's why they wrote that song and they said, give us this day our daily bread. For you see, if you just give me life every day, where's the butter? When God gives you your breath, that's the butter on your bread. For you see, where there's life, there ought to be breath. The undertaker says, stop complaining about pains. When you got pains, it means you're still alive. When you have no more pain, you're not living. So I know. Now I know what y'all saying. He gonna get around and say, Patsy is the butter on his bread. No, she's not. Patsy may provide my bread, but Patsy ain't the butter on my bread. I'm so glad. See, that Blanche Turner, my mother, was not the butter on my bread. Blanche brought me in the world. But I look at all the blessings God has bestowed. That's the butter on my bread. See, the Bible says I was sick, but he healed me. I was distressed, but he took me out of my distress. Vonda, I sat down one day, you ever done it? Think about it. And thought about how the Lord has blessed me all these days. How so many people sit here I grew up with. And George, Daddy from the projects and all, they're not here no more. When I go to the cemetery sometimes, Sterling, it hates me to look down at some of the tombstones because I sometimes see, Saida, people I used to know. And I wonder, y'all saying you're wondering whether they're in heaven or hell. I don't wonder about that. I just wonder, will they still be there waiting on me? Amen? I ain't in no hurry to join them. Because you see, I'm down here now. Why you want to stick around? Because I want to see what other kind of butter God going to put on my bread. What other blessings God has for him in their church. I know some of you young people don't worry. Vonda, the other day, one of these friends asked me to do a funeral for her aunt, 107 years old. And I looked around and all the young people that were there said, Brother Preacher, where's all her friends at? I said, if you live to be 107, all your friends will probably be dead. And hopefully all your enemies too. Amen? But God has blessed us. And so I give credit to God. He's the butter on my bread. Patsy may be some marmalade, but God's the butter. Who is the butter on your bread? Because you see, life is winding down. Jackie, I believe I got more sundowns behind me than I got sunrises in front of me. I believe it. I'm glad to have worked, glad to have retired. But what, ladies, next? So I'm asking God to keep putting butter on my bread. I know, and everybody, when you ask to testify, Tia, they start testifying, well, he's the butter on my bread, the sugar in my coffee, the cream in that. No, I ain't gonna lie, Patsy's a good wife, but God is still the butter on my bread. Amen? And I hope he's the butter on your bread. God has He has set me free. Oh, God has smiled on me. He's been good. He's been good. God bless you this morning. God lets us stay a little while longer. I know I'm a bit old-fashioned, sure. They told me when you wake up in the morning, you ought to thank God. When you go to sleep at night, you ought to thank God for bringing you day. I know that seems funny to some people, but I know it was nobody but the Lord. Boy, if y'all knew some things happened in my life. I don't know how I got through some of it. To some of the things in my life, Millie, crossing the Red Sea would be easy compared to something. Not only was my back against the wall, but as my granddaddy used to say, your behind was against the wall. Amen? God brought me out of all. So that's why I thank God and to Tia's children. I thank God that I grew up when I grew up. I didn't have to worry about kids coming to school shooting everybody.
That's right. That's right.
Now, y'all don't realize that's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
Kids go to school and got to worry about kids coming in. And then they say they're going to try him as an adult. People say, oh, he's so young. He done killed two youngsters and 14 others. Y'all know how true it is. They won't tell the truth, Calvin. Some of these grandparents got to be careful how they talk to their grandchildren. I told Patsy last week, I saw a young lady and she hollered at her aunt and her aunt took it. And I was saying, didn't I tell you I didn't want that? Everybody started looking at me. No, I didn't say trying to be nice. Sometimes you can't be nice. My mama used to say, don't bring out the nigger in me. And all mama had to do, Sterling, all mama had to do was look. And what's that song they used to sing in church? Only a look. Well, only a look straighten us up. These kids nowadays, and it's our own doing. It's our own doing. But I was told that if Daddy, did I tell y'all about the time my daddy asked me to do something and I said, wait a minute? When I came to, he hit me so fast I didn't know I had to knock. See, he was left-handed and he hit me so fast that I didn't know I was knocked out. But he said, boy, don't you ever tell me. Wait a minute. And I hear kids nowadays tell parents worse than that. But it's the way you allow it. Amen. Man, Carl, the sacrifices you made for your children, you know you ain't going to allow them to talk to you anyway. You've suffered for them, you've done without to help them out. But just remind the kids that God puts the butter on their bread, but you give them the bread for him to put it on.
All right.
Amen.
All right.
Amen. God bless you. Okay, we got let's get ready to open doors to church. Mike, you want me to go ahead and do it? Or you can do it. You can do it. Father-son thing today. You know, I help you sing. It's all right.